So this century, you see increasing balkanization within the USA. So red states perhaps getting redder while blue states get bluer.
Yeah, I mean, there are a handful of people who leave the blue states and obviously bring their insane policies with them, but it's not going to be tolerated.
Yeah, I actually, this was like 2 years ago. I met, it was a friend of a friend, not someone I just met that day. It was a young woman from California who had moved to Austin, Texas. And I was asking her just about moving to Austin and what she thought of it. And she liked the fact that it was clean. She liked the fact that it was safe. She mentioned a whole bunch of things that are a result of somewhat more conservative government that she liked. But then she was hypercritical of the same conservatism, and she started railing about Republicans and this and that. And I was just like, this is so funny. the lack of awareness here to simultaneously be railing against conservatism and conservative policies whilst also being grateful on a human level for the benefits that they afford you, but the dots not quite connecting in the brain. I thought it was quite an amusing conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot of that amongst those people. And, they want to, I mean, look, they all wanted to defund the police, but they wanted their own escorts and attaches for security and stuff. It's all just sort of, it's all of it can all be condensed down to sanctuary cities. We're a sanctuary city. Nobody's illegal. No human's illegal. We welcome everyone from all diversities and all lands and all whatever. And as soon as the buses start showing up, they throw their hands up and yell, "We're not prepared to deal with this problem."
Yeah,
that's essentially how their politics work. I like the part where I would announce no one's illegal and love is for everyone and we're a sanctuary city. That's all fine, but you have to have I'm all for defund the police and have community ambassadors, but it's got to work.
Yeah.
And it never does.
No, unsurprisingly. A while back, you wrote a book called In 50 Years, We'll All Be Chicks. I hear a lot of talk these days about the crisis of masculinity and the state of the modern man and how much young men are struggling. These are big, increasingly large conversations. Why did you title the book? Why did you give the book that title to begin with?
I sensed something was happening, even though I didn't really know it. I just had a feeling about it. I'm tuned in, and I'm pretty well. I do my radar dish faces true north, and I do a lot of calculating with it and tuning of it to keep sure that the signal is strong and that I'm picking up what's happening and feeling it, and it's sort of why I did what I did with COVID. It's like very, very early on, just 7 or 8 days into COVID, I was like, something's wrong. They're not giving us ages of people who died, and I think they're all old, and they're not telling us that. And then why aren't they telling us that? And what are they trying to do by not telling us that? So I was 7, 8 days into COVID, I was like, okay, something's up.
Yeah.
Early. And everyone else was like, put your mask on and go along, and I was like, something's up. I'm not saying everything out loud yet, and I don't know, but I do know something's up.
Yes.
And it's not just this. And I guess 15 years ago, I was feeling that way about this sort of transition and masculinity and where we were heading. And we got there faster than I'd predicted.
It's more like 15 years.
And I you can name your comedy book anything you want, and this wasn't even, to me, it wasn't the theme of the book per se. The book was a comedy book that had some of these themes in it, but it was a comedy book. And the publishers will always just say, what do you want to name your book? And you come up with stupid word plays and twists on your name and that kind of stuff. And somehow this landed for me, and I never thought it was particularly clever. I didn't really think it was a play on words, or a turn of phrase. Like I didn't I didn't really think it was even that smart. I just felt it was accurate or something. There's something important about it or something. So whatever it is I was feeling was happening. I just couldn't put my finger on it.